Hey guys, Shadow here. Today I'll be going over ISCSI, what it is, how it works, and what it can do for you. So stick around. Hey guys, welcome back. So I just want to jump right into it. I noticed that I was releasing, some free NAS videos. I was going to start getting into ISCSI and such like that. And you know what? I thought about it. I haven't really gone over ISCSI, actually how to hook it up, what it is, and what it can do for you. So I want to go over those things. ISCSI stands for Internet Small Computer Systems Interface. Now, what it means is that it actually uses an internet protocol, or your NICs, or an IP, to actually communicate this data. So we can actually set up ISCSI to use, as you'll see down here, any type of network port that's on a server. Now, you may notice servers come with multiple NICs. The reason being for that is not only redundancy, sometimes you can actually use those NICs for ISCSI or data transfer. You don't have to use them to actually be redundant. Say you need, you got two here, it's a lab environment. You don't really need redundant LAN connections in a lab. What we can do is we can take one, make it our LAN, use it for our vSwitch, for our VMs, for it to use on ISCSI. The other one we can actually use for our ISCSI VM kernel NIC and use it to actually translate data from the host to the data store, which is below, which is an R410 free NAS server using ISCSI. So ISCSI actually uses network protocols over your NICs. The way it does this is by using an IP. So each device will need an individual IP set on it. You won't need a default gateway, which is kind of cool because you're not actually trying to access the internet. All we're trying to do is translate data between the two different devices. The way this can be accomplished is by assigning each of them their own IP, which I go over this in my videos and actually how I prefer set IPs, but we need to make sure they're on the same subnet. So I make sure that they're on the same subnet, they've got different IPs, and they can communicate to one another. Once I have that confirmed, I can actually then go ahead and actually set up a data store, which I'll be doing in another video, and we can actually then access and mount this and use our free NAS server as a storage place for our ISCSI hosts. This gives us a lot of great capabilities because we can actually take our free NAS server and our NIC coming out of it, say we only have one, we could plug it into a small switch, say a 4-port, 8-port, 6-port, whatever you decide to have, and you can actually use it as a small ISCSI switch. Now, I don't really recommend using dummy switches, but you can. Now, when you do set up ISCSI, one of the main things I want to stress, and I even stress in some of my videos, you'll see here as I release them, is the MTU value. Now, this is the value that controls the packet size that's delivered across the NIC. There's a thing in Windows that you can look up, and it's kind of native across everywhere. It's called jumbo packets. Jumbo packets sets the MTU value to over 9,000. I know, funny, it's over 9,000, right? So that MTU value is actually what will control the packet size that'll go across the NIC. Now, you won't have issues, I shouldn't say that. You'll have issues at 1500, you'll have drop packets. It won't be very nice because if you're having to do large block sizes, you're going to be transferring lots of data. It's going to be in small packets. The best thing to do is to make sure not only that the NIC on the server, the host you're accessing, but also on the SAN, the free NAS unit, whatever you're using for storage, also has the MTU set to 9,000. This allows the devices to send blocks in the correct size and allowing them to communicate and not have to worry about any drop packets or any corruption or such between the two devices when they're actually communicating for data. MTU value, I can't stress it enough, it's a big deal. I'll go over it in my videos. Just make sure you set it on both ends. The other thing I can't stress enough is make sure your ISCSI services are running. Windows, Linux, ISCSI, FreeNAS, all of them have a service that most of the time you have to start manually and even set manually to tell it to auto boot. So make sure you check that out, you read the instructions, you follow that, and you get it set up so that way it auto boots anytime you boot your system, or you're not going to have a fun time. You're going to be sitting there troubleshooting, why can't I connect, what's going on, why don't my hosts have connection? Problem is, you don't have your service started. It can't connect when there's no service to connect to. So real quick guys, that basically brings me to a wrap. I just wanted to go over what is ISCSI, what it can do for you, some neat things about it. Check out some of my videos. I've already got some free NAS videos out. I've got some other videos coming up. Windows 10 ISCSI, Windows Server 2016, 2012 ISCSI, and ISCSI host ISCSI. So drop me a comment down below, hit sub, like, let me know what you thought of the video. Hit me up on Twitter if there's anything you want me to work on. I'm also on Reddit. Check out the links below. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the lab.